Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 36 of our Enigmatica 6 Let's Play, where today we're going to be working on some stuff and some things. We're going to deviate away from the bees and from our RF Tools builder. I have a couple housekeeping things to discuss here real quick. First off, remember how much trouble I was having placing these beehives in the proper orientation? Well, a lovely commenter by the name of Sean Youth told me about Quark has a option to lock a block's orientation. So for example, I have this beehive, right? So I take this beehive and I set it down and I press the K key. By default, it's K, kilo. It's going to turn on, you can see it right next to my reticule, the orientation. And if we look in my chat, I had already done it before, so the message doesn't show up again, but it says you have enabled rotation lock. Any blocks you place will be oriented in the direction that you were looking. Press K to change or reset it. The message will not appear again, which is why it didn't show up when I pressed K initially. So press K to turn it on, and it looks like it'll place it either on the top or the bottom of the corresponding block that you're looking at. But if I get my axe out here and I break this, and say I face this way, front is there. And let's say I face this way, front is there. So it locks the rotation of the block. It doesn't matter which way I face when I place it, it locks that. That is awesome. Thank you for that, Sean Youth. Also, he also told me that when I was initially building these, if I would have broke one of these oak logs and then the grass would have been visible, it would have spread up to that. Didn't even think of that, to be honest with you, but the Silk Touch worked with the exchanger, and it's good to have on the exchanger anyway. So hey, it worked, but I definitely appreciate the tips there. We also got another tip from, let me pull it up here, Wolf Dances, about the trash. I've always wondered how this trash can down here works, and I've never been able to, like beginning episodes you guys saw, I'd put something in there and it just wouldn't disappear. I don't know what's up with that. Why wouldn't it disappear? Figured it out. Makes sense. A lot of sense now that I think about it. But the trash will hold the last item you place until you place another item on top of it. So it'll hold it in that slot. Just in case, say I accidentally, oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh man, I just deleted that beehive. Darn it. Oh wait, no, it's right here. Don't have to worry about it. However, we put our item in there. It's going to stay in there. We're not going to be able to do anything. If I take another item, bam, the seeds are gone. What do you know? I don't know why I never thought of that in the first place. Yeah. Anyway, so thanks again to Sean Youth and Wolf Dances for those super helpful comments. Anybody else has comments or any suggestions or anything, as always, feel free to let me know. Comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It really helps out the channel, and it helps me out because, as you can see, I obviously miss things that it's probably common knowledge, but I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm the best at Minecraft. I'm not necessarily the worst at Minecraft, but I'm not the best. I'll get better. How about that? All right, so today we are going to work on a couple different things here. Mainly, I want to start working on getting into Industrial Foregoing. We end up having issues with, like, say, wool. We only have, I have 39 yellow wool because I accidentally converted all my wool to yellow in the last episode or two. But we only have so much wool. We don't have any like feathers. We don't have any milk or anything like that. So I want to go ahead and work on getting Industrial Foregoing so we can get an animal feeder thingy. There's the animal feeder, the animal rancher and the animal feeder. The rancher will do the things like shear the wool from the sheep or milk the cows. And the feeder will obviously feed them so they keep growing. There's also the baby separator if we wanted to start slaughtering some cows and getting some leather and meat and that stuff. We'll see. We'll see how we feel about mass murder of animals. PETA ain't gonna like us, but this ain't a real game, so does it really matter? Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to get into Industrial Foregoing. Industrial Foregoing has changed since the 1.12 days, and I have watched a couple videos and a couple other people play with it, so I'm a little bit familiar with the changes that have been done, but this is going to be a learning process for us because I'm not 100% sure. So, real quick, what I want to do is pattern grid. We are going to do the lazy Minecrafter thing, and we are going to teach our energized smelter how to make baked potatoes. Baked potatoes are a decent food source. You eat them quick, and they regen a decent amount. I mean, it's 3 bars of hunger and saturation, but when you have, 908 potatoes, what are you going to do? So we're going to teach this real quick, how to make some potatoes. As it stands right now, we're okay with this vegetable curry, but eventually we're going to want to go ahead and get those going. We also have a there was a trinket or something, if I remember correctly, not the gourmalaeus. There was something that made it so that you eat faster, like you eat instantly. I don't know, gluttony, is that? Allows the user to instantly eat food, which just requires some cookies and apple. Let's I think we actually even have the golden apple, don't we? Yeah, we just need to make some cookies. Let's go ahead and work on this, because instantly eating food is nice. And you go in a charm slot, which is, which one of you is a charm slot? Oh, you only have one of these? Well, anyway, yeah, now when we're hungry, we can instantly eat this food. I also need to work on getting enchanting done. Ooh, that puts me at a crossroads here. I have 56 levels that I'm afraid to lose. Plus, I have this insightful crystal that is maxed out on levels. I don't necessarily want to make another one to store these. I could. There's nothing else I can do to this to get this higher. That puts me at a crossroads because we have the mod Eidolon, which has the Soul Enchanter, where you control your chanting. Let me tell you, I miss Ender IO and their enchanting obelisk. It was definitely OP, super duper hacky. Like, you just put in some lapis and you put in some, I don't know, whatever. You put in lapis, you put in gold, you got looting 3. Like, super convenient. Definitely cheaty. I miss it for sure. We have to do a harder route for our enchants. But the Soul Enchanter is a way to enchant your items using soul shards with Eidolon soul shards. And the way that it works is you put your item in there and you get, say, looting level 1. You put that in there, and then now you can get looting level 2. Put that in there, you get looting level 3. And you can put multiple different enchants on there. And as far as I know, I don't know, but I think this can go beyond, like, say, looting 3. I think it can go even farther beyond. So, do we want to get into Eidolon? The problem with Eidolon, I think it's an exploration. Like, you have to do a little bit of exploration. And not that I'm not about that life, but that's what we've done a lot the past couple episodes. And it takes a long time. I love this terrain gen that we have with the Terraforged. Excuse me. Yeah, Terraforged terrain gen is awesome. Oh, hello. Just go in there. You ain't pillaging me. Yeah, the terrain gen is awesome, but it makes finding things hard sometimes. So yeah, let's stick with we'll stick with Industrial Foregoing for now. So let's check out our quest book. Industrial Foregoing. Where are you at? Give me the beginning. Mod provides a wide range of machines to automate various tasks. The questline introduced some key machines, but not all of them, as there are quite a few. And there are quite a few. If we go look here at Industrial Foregoing, we have a lot of different machines. The most common ones used is going to be like the Animal Rancher and like the Plant Gatherer and Plant Sower. It takes our farm out there that we have, the Create Farm, and basically automates it with these 2 machines. This will plant the tree, this will plant stuff, this will pick the stuff up. 2 blocks does all the work for you. But our Create Farm is pretty awesome. Animal Feeder, Mob Crusher, Mob Duplicator, Mob Slaughter Factory, all of these we are going to get into, as well as there is the other mob something or other. Ooh, the mob. Not the detector. We're going to get mechanical dirt going. If you ever played Industrial Foregoing in 1.12, then you're probably familiar with Cursed Earth. I think it was from Extra Utilities. And Cursed Earth, well, you would get like a, I don't even remember what it was called. Something of evil. Toenail of evil. I don't remember. It looks like a raptor claw, to be honest, from Jurassic Park. But Curse of Evil. Drop of evil. There it is. Anyway, you put that on the ground and it spreads and it causes mobs to spawn. The Industrial Foregoing mechanical dirt is a similar concept, though it requires liquid meat, power, and it is not as fast, but it works. I'm trying to find the other mob. There's the mob slaughter factory, and there is the mob crusher. Yeah, mob crusher. Did I say mob crusher earlier? I feel like I may have. Yeah, I may have said it already. Whatever. Anyway, Industrial Foregoing. That's what we're getting into today. Let's get started. So the first things we have to make is a pity machine frame. There are currently 3 craftable tiers of Industrial Foregoing machine frame. Right now, you can only make the lowest tier version. And this is a new concept. This was not something that you did in the 1.12 version. So let's go ahead and make these. I'm going to go ahead and assume that the latex extractor is going to require those. And the, man, I can't remember the name. It looks like this, though. It is the fluid extractor is going to take those 2. So we're going to need a total of 4 of these. And it may be prudent to teach the system how to make them. Yeah, why not? I mean, we have the patterns and the space, so it's not like it's super big a deal. Dark oak logs, I guess. Whatever logs you got in the system, use it. Okay, so that gets us iron back. And let's see, which path are we looking to take? Well, you can jump right into a mob slaughter factory with this thing. Oh, and it gives you a meat feeder. Oh, that is nice. This is an auto feeder. You don't have to eat anymore. You just put this on, I think it goes on your head slot, and you just get food. We're going to definitely do that. But let's go ahead and get this part going because I know that it takes a while for this to actually run. The fluid extractor, shockingly, extracts fluid. Place 1 facing a log block and it will slowly break down the log while producing latex. Power is optional, but speeds up the process by a factor of 2.5. Acacia logs give the best yield. And I don't know if I'm saying that right. Acacia. Someone let me know, though it's kind of hard over text to tell me how to do it, but yeah, let me know if I'm doing that right. So we're going to need a fluid extractor and we're going to need a latex processing unit, but let's do these things one at a time. We need a light-weighted pressure plate. We're going to need 4 of those. And we're going to need 4 pistons. I think I have pistons on craft. Do I not? Yes. Go ahead and just make me 3 more of those. Do I not have... Yeah, fluid extractor. There we go. 2, 3, 4. And I need another one of those machine frames. Because I can't count. I'm missing a block. Oh. Another day, another dollar, another time that we have to break this controller because the thing isn't working. And there we go. We have redstone again. Correct. We can now make our pity machine frame. Correct. Okay. So that's our fluid extractors. Yay. What do we get next? So that gives us some logs and some saplings. We're definitely going to want those. And the latex processing unit is our next step. We need a bucket of latex to make this. So we need to get our fluid extractors running. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop downstairs and figure out where we want to put this. In the past, I would generally put this thing behind the scenes because it's just doing the latex and then being converted in the latex process. This extracts, honestly, actually, I don't even know what this extracts anymore. Oh, it extracts the latex And this processes the latex into rubber, correct? But we also need latex. So we kind of got a couple options here. That machine, the latex processing machine, requires latex to make the rubber. And we're going to get into a machine thingamabobby. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it also requires latex. So we're going to need latex available to us in our refined storage system to let it do the auto crafting. We're also going to need the tiny rubber to make plastic, because the tiny rubber gets smelted, or well, combined, nine of them gets smelted into, or created into dry rubber, and then that gets smelted into plastic. And that's it. So we could automate this whole setup to go straight into plastic and straight into latex. But where do we want to put it? I'm going to say, let's go this area here. Just clear us out a little space. Oh, that was a mistake. We don't need much. And I don't know if this area is going to get lit up. We do not want mobs down here. I should put another feral flare lantern. I have another feral flare lantern, actually. Let's go ahead and just clear out a little bit more. Okay, so the way that this works is we need, we're also going to need some sort of placer. We need a block placer. What options do we have for placing blocks in Enigmatica 6? I don't know. Industrial Foregoing has a block placer. It requires plastic though, don't it? Yep. That's a pedestal upgrade. This is an upgrade for a item router. Let's not do block placer. Let's type placer. Light placer, placer module, pedestal, block placer, fluid placer. Yeah, we don't have any other sort of placers, do we? Does our quest book tell us about anything? As inputs, dry rubber, crafting a dry rubber, which in turn is smelted into plastic, a critical resource. A conveyor belt. If IF conveyor belts move entities, not items, unlike IE belts. Several types of conveyor belt upgrades are available, and a bioreactor can process different types of stuff and make biofuel. But it doesn't talk about block placer. Now does it? Well, those are tanks. This is inconvenient. We need a block placer. We're going to have to figure out how to get hold I for more info. Places an item from the router's buffer as a block in the module's configured direction if possible. Well, I did make these, or I did make an item router. So let's go ahead and, can we make this? Placer. Let's get a placer module. Let's see what happens. We need a dispenser. Do we have an easy? We have a dropper. And bam. Okay, so let's try this. And then we need a item router. Let's try this. This may just work perfectly for us, so we're not going to have to worry. And yeah, because what you want to do is you need your logs to be placed. I'm sorry, my mouse just stopped working for a second there. You need your log to get placed, well, right here, this block space, so that the extractors can extract the logs. What you want to do is you put a stack of logs in there, and it will automatically place the logs for you. So if we configure this, we want it to place on the up, and we want it to place acacia logs. Is that it? And if I put this there, place it. Do it. Never. Oh, I blacklisted acacia logs. Whitelist. I'm gonna say it doesn't seem to be working, does it? Do I need an acacia log in there to whitelist? Let's put a few in here and then bam. Do the thing, Julie. Places an item as a block in the module's configured direction if possible. Let's take you out. What if I put you here and I left that in there? Yes. And we configured this and we said all directions. Can you do anything? Yep. Augments. That isn't helpful. Always continue. Match any type. Ignore NBT. Match NBT. An empty whitelist will never allow. An empty blacklist will always allow. Huh. Okay, so what did we do? There was another one, wasn't there? From item routers. An extruder module. What does that do? Operates like the extruder, but places template blocks from an internal pattern buffer instead of real blocks from the router's buffer. Okay, what about extruder? What do you do? Mark 1. Places or removes blocks in a line along the module's direction depending on the router's redstone signal level. Default is to place with the signal and remove with no signal. Yeah, this is like a breaker, it seems. You shouldn't need a redstone signal. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it works for what we want. It is not placing the logs. All right, what other options do we have? Block placer, a pedestal upgrade. Let's go ahead and try for that. Let's go ahead and make a pedestal. And we just need a basic pedestal, nothing like fancy. I don't have this thing. I thought I had one of these. Don't I have one of these? Nope. I hate this stuff gets added into there. I guess we haven't dove into pedestals yet, have we? Let's go ahead and make our, what is it? The item tool, the linking tool. Yeah. So let's make that and then that. And then we want the placer upgrade. Somebody please let me know if this item router should be working and I'm just doing something wrong. I'm not 100% sure. I feel like it should be working and it's not. So I may be not doing this correctly. But let's try a pedestal. How does the pedestal work? Okay, so we put that there. Do we configure? What if I put a log there? What do you do? We have a quest for pedestals. We do. Oh, look, it gave me 2 free pedestals. And I have a linking tool. Can I craft that to the regular linking tool? Because apparently the quest only accepts the regular linking tool, not the backwards linking tool. All right, let's go ahead and just, make another one. Give me the quest. Thank you. What I want to see is the modules. Pedestal upgrades is just the linking tool with this. Thank you. And item transfer, enabling enhance. Okay, being able to move items from pedestal to pedestal is great, but being able to interact with inventories is even better. The import and export augments allow you to do just that. Import will pull from an inventory below the pedestal into its display slot, while export will push items from the display slot into the inventory below. Okay. Where is, do they have one on manipulating blocks? Dropper, placer, and breaker. The placer upgrade will place items from the display below the pedestal. Range enhancement enchantments will modify how far away. So it places it below. What if I break this and we say, okay, we put this here, break that, put that, and that. You gonna do the thing? Oh, I put a blank upgrade on there. Give me that back. Do it. It did it. But it places it below. There's no way to reverse that. I want it to place above. Where is my Akashic Tome? Is there a book on these things? Pedestals. Upgrades, block placer. Place block from the bottom side of the pedestal. Like any other upgrade, you can change the way it places the block by utilizing the pedestal placement angle. Okay, what does that mean? Pedestal placement angle. Is that a chapter in here? All this, and we haven't even started doing what we were supposed to be doing. Tools. The tag tool. List all the tags an item has on it. The linking tool. Links pedestals together. Index. All right. I'm going to open up this wiki here real quick. So it just depends on which way it places block by utilizing the placement angle. Okay, so I need to, how do I get this thing to be upside down? That's the question. Aesthetics. Nope, that's not it. All right, give me a minute here, and I'm going to figure out how to get this done. You know what? To be honest, I'm looking into it, and now that I'm looking at it, honestly, I don't see why. Why do I need this to be placing from the bottom? Placing from the top is perfectly fine. So let me go ahead and get this set up how I want it. So what we want is this here. We're going to put our pedestal here. We can put our pedestal upgrade here. And we want it to be filled with the acacia logs. Break this, and it should place it. Yeah. I don't know why I was so hung up on having that place from the other way. You just got to get this thing to flip upside down. And I don't entirely know how I could do that right now. Unless you does shift clicking? No. There's a way, I'm sure. I just don't know it off the top of my head right now. But let's continue on. Okay, so fluid extractors. This is our next step. So we need to get these set up. And these just go around this guy. And you can kind of see here, it's already doing the thing, but it's breaking the log. And as it breaks the log, it extracts the fluid from it. Now, and you can see here, look, bam, latex. As it said, power makes it faster. As of right now, it is slow. So what we can do is hook power up to this and speed them up. The best way for us to do that is going to be, if I want to run pipes to all of them, it would be to, get a, what are these things called? This thing, an ender gate, and then run pipes underneath. I could do that. to get the power. And then we're going to need to extract the fluid from each one of these, which we can do from the top. So I think that's the way that we're going to go here. Okay. So let's go ahead. We don't need a blazing ender gate though. So can I just get a cheapo one? But it said that it increases the speed of it by 2.5 times, which is what we want. So let's get this cleared out here. And get our ender gate set up. Or actually, let's get our pipes set up real quick. Universal cables. So you, and you. And then we can put our ender gates like right here. Bam. And now all those have power going in, which is what we wanted. And we don't need this hole to be here anymore. So let's go ahead and just cover this guy up best we can. Bam. So now all these guys have power, and you can see now it only takes about 2 seconds for them to do their thing. Okay, so we have that going. Now we need to get them extracting. So let's get our mechanical pipes, put our universal cables away, set these up, and we're going to set it up like so. And then we're going to set each one of these to extract. And we need to make sure that it is in a configuration mode. And let those extract out of these guys. What we're going to do is set it up to all go to an ender tank. Let's craft this guy real quick. Now here's a question. Does it need to go into an ender tank? Yeah, I kind of like the idea of it going into an ender tank. I need to change the color on this though. Instead of white, wool. What do we have? Let's do gray, white for latex. So let's put that there. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Oh, you know what? It's not the wool. That's why. I grabbed wool. I need dye. Let's do light gray dye. Do I have the capabilities of doing this with what I have on hand? I don't have any Botania flowers on me at the moment, and I don't feel like going outside, so let's do black, white. Sure. There we go. All right, so latex is black, white for future reference in case anybody needs to know, which is going to be me in case I forget. And then let's just set this up there. So now all of our latex is going to go into our ender tank. From there, then we can set up the auto processing of the rubber, and we can set up, I think, what is the thing called? It is the, let's get out of pedestals. It is the dissolution chamber, which is how we're going to go ahead and make most of the rest of our stuff, including our machine frames and our mob crusher, enchantment factory, and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I'm gonna let this build up a little bit. It does seem to be that this is producing faster than it did in other videos that I had watched. I'd watched like Direwolf play, and it was producing extremely slow. So it looks like that has maybe been bumped up either by the mod author of Industrial Foregoing or Enigmatica 6. But either way, it looks like we're doing pretty decent here. I'll let it go for a minute, and then we'll come back next episode and continue on our path of Industrial Foregoing. As always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed watching, you can like, comment, subscribe. It really does help the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.